Hi, how y'all doing? It's Tuesday, August 20th, 1:32 a.m. Back with another broken down, used, unwanted piece of equipment. Since that was so well liked last time, I figured bring him back for another one. So the roommate debacle continues. I thought I had it sorted. I thought it was sorted. He actually wanted to go back to Flagler Hospital this afternoon because he has a issue in his nether regions that he wanted specific kinds of care for. He wasn't asking for anything he should not have been asking for, but at the same time he was asking for things that the CNAs could not do and the nurses were not comfortable doing, since there were no outward signs of the problem he was complaining about, and there was nothing from the doctors at the hospital talking about it. They were trying to get a hold of the doctor that they contract with here to resolve the issue, but my roommate was not satisfied with that. He's a bit of a princess. He thinks he should have what he wants when he wants, now, right now. And the first thing he does when he doesn't get it is threaten to get somebody in trouble with their supervisor. So he called 911 today about 4 o'clock in the afternoon or so, and he ended up catching an ambulance back to Flagler Hospital. And I was overjoyed. I was walking on sunshine. I almost wanted to go right back to my room and just crash. I ended up not doing that because I was afraid that I wouldn't sleep straight through and would still end up waking up at like 10 o'clock or midnight and not be able to sleep anymore. So I did the things that I usually do. I hung out with the friends that I've made here. I chatted with Miss P and Miss V, and played pool with Mr. J, and then hung out and chatted for a long time with Miss L. And come about 11 o'clock p.m. last night, they brought him back. And folks, let me tell you, as soon as I saw them wheeling him back into my room, I was done. I was ready for Harry Carey. They moved him into the room, and there were, 4 big, strong paramedics, EMTs, and they transferred him from the stretcher to his bed, and he was making noises like they were breaking him on the rack. And right away, as soon as he got in there, he started calling for help. Help, help, I need help. Couldn't reach his call bell apparently, and was doing that every minute or two after the paramedics left. And the nurse on duty tonight and the CNAs on duty tonight, they were almost as unhappy as I was. Um, and it looks like this situation is going to be ongoing for at least a little while, because I can't just move to another room. He can't just move to another room. There are no empty rooms here right now, and there are no men's rooms here that have any empty beds. And they have a strict rule that men and women do not cohabitate in the same room. And that's understandable, you know. So there's nowhere for me to go. There's nowhere for him to go. He is already being belligerent and uncooperative with the staff. So he may end up getting himself railroaded out of here eventually. But I'm going to be here for another 11 days almost. My medication is done on the 30th. They're going to send me home on the 31st. I don't know if I can room with this guy for another 11 days. I'm very, very nice. I'm very, very polite. I tend to be very, very restrained. But even I can only take so much before so that's still going on. I did get a surprise visit from my son today, which was absolutely fantastic. He had a short day at school today because he had a dentist appointment this afternoon, and his dentist isn't too far from where I'm at right now. So his mom brought him over, and we hung out for about half an hour, and it was really nice. My roommate leaving and then him coming over, the day was perfect. It couldn't have been any better without me going home and spending time with my son at home. But that's where that is. Roommate's back. He left. I was happy. He's back. No, I'm not happy. I wasn't going to make a video at first, but I was looking through my comments because I don't get notifications when I get a comment on my video. I see them in the pull down tab, unless other videos have filled up the pull down tab and knocked them off the tab. So I go and I look for the comments. And there was one comment made, I believe, by a young lady. I'm sorry if you're not. I'm terrible with names. I could just about tell you how to navigate the Ocala National Forest, but I couldn't provide you with trail names or anything like that. You know, there's this tree, turn there. There's this certain bush, go past that, then turn right. You know, I'm like that. I will meet you and remember your face for good, but 5 minutes later I will forget your name. Except my wife. When I met her, I was smitten right away. I did not forget her name. And my son, I couldn't forget that name. Not because it's my name, because I've forgotten my name a couple of times, but not my son. Anyway, she made this comment that she didn't understand why I had to put up with this roommate. She didn't understand why I couldn't have him evicted, why I couldn't go to the sheriff's office or the courthouse and have them have him removed. And she said that the context of my video didn't make any sense, that she would probably have to go back and watch other videos, try to figure out what was going on. So I I explained to her, the roommate situation, that this is not, it's not like a private residence or a rental or something like that. This is a nursing home and rehab facility. I don't get to decide whether or not I have a roommate, and getting him out of my room is going to be tough. But that made me think about a point that I realized I have not thought about thus far. And it set me a fine problem. And to that commenter, again, I'm sorry, I don't remember your name or your tagline or whatever they call it on YouTube. But thank you very much, because you pointed something out that I didn't see, and it seems to me like it could be an issue, and that is the fact that we're getting kind of deep in these update videos about my health and my situation, and I'm very appreciative and humbled by those of you that have been here since the beginning, and those of you that have come in later but still gone back and watched older videos, so you know what's going on. But people like that commenter that come in, on whatever this video is, 7, 8, 9, 10, I don't know, or future videos that, my videos are going to pop up in their feeds more and more, thanks to all of you, by liking and commenting and subscribing and doing all the algorithm things. Like I said before, I will never, beg people to do any of that. I'm not even going to ask you to do it. If you want to, I thank you so much. If you don't, hey, it's cool. But those people aren't going to know what the hell's going on. So I don't know what to do about that. I don't know how I can continue these updates and make it relevant for people that are coming in late in the game, because some people might very well, go back and watch all the videos. You don't have to watch all the videos. I mean, I've gotten some very flattering compliments that were nicer than anything else. I'm not that much to look at. You don't have to watch these videos. Listening is fine. But at the same time, it's just, this forlorn guy basically complaining and adding in some hope about how terrible his life has been recently, and this traumatic thing he's gone through, and hopefully he can salvage his life to be able to continue to raise his son, and yada yada yada. All very important things to me, but and maybe important things to those of you that have been here since the beginning. Not so important to people that are just coming in 10, 12 or more videos deep. And that's okay. I'm not, trying to build a massive army of, people wishing me well and prayers and, all that. All that is great, but you don't have to understand it or pay any attention to it. But at the same time, I started this. I bit the proverbial projectile and put away my shyness and my introvertedness, and I came out of my shell to explain all this to whoever in the world happens to watch these videos. I did that because of GoFundMe. I did that to provide context and information and insight as to why I started the GoFundMe, why I need it, because I don't want anybody to think I'm scamming y'all. You know, there's still been some people that have accused me of doing that, and that's not what I'm doing. I can still provide medical diagnosis. I can show this lovely vacation retreat that I am forced to remain at if I want to finish my IV antibiotics. I mean, I don't know if you can see it, there's my IV. Dual lines, so they can pump two things into me at once. And it's not just any IV, it's a midline. That catheter goes up past my shoulder. I'm not trying to scam nobody, but I want everyone to understand, you know, who, what, where, why. I want everyone to know that I'm doing this not for a free ride, but because I need help and I haven't been able to find it anywhere else. I did when I started this. Unfortunately, I still do, you know, wherever I can get it. I'm not going to ask anybody to donate, but I'm not going to tell you not to either. You know, if you can and you want to, that's great. I thank you so much. If you can't or you don't want to, that's okay too. But I'm doing these videos for GoFundMe, you know, and I don't know how to make more and more videos relevant to the situation and how to make them make sense without people having to go back and watch everything before, listen to everything before. I don't know how to do that. I don't know what to do. I'm stumped. I've put myself a fine problem here, and I don't know what to do. So ideas, suggestions would be great if you have them. I mean, I want to keep updating y'all, and you know, so you know what's going on, especially those of you that are invested in this. But I also need to try to keep the GoFundMe going at least a little bit. You know, it has helped out so much what has been donated, and I cannot thank y'all enough. It has helped to pay bills that I just don't make enough to pay, along with my utilities, my mortgage. It has helped to buy equipment that my insurance wouldn't cover, wheelchair ramps. My insurance covered half my wheelchair. I had to pay for the other half. It bought that iWalk 3.0 crutch. Well, my dad bought that with a small personal loan, but I was able to knock that loan out for him, so it basically still bought the crutch. I mean, it was $160, but you know, we're certainly on the line, so that was a big help. It has helped to put gas in my folks' Jeep so they can come out here every couple of days and help take care of my house and my animals, and come here and help to take care of me, to, you know, help me do things that I don't want to do here, like my laundry, because it goes missing. It has been such a big help, and I'm gonna need it, you know, still when I go home, because when I go home, I'm not going to have, you know, the medical care that I get here. I don't know how that's gonna work yet. So it's been such a big help, and unfortunately, I still need to do it. I need to keep it going as much as I'm able. I'm not going to beg for it, but I got to keep it up, but I don't know how to make these updates continuously relevant to people that haven't seen the older videos without them listening to the older videos. I don't know what to do. So again, comments, suggestions, ideas, most welcome. Because I know not everybody has the time to sit and listen to this marathon that's going to probably eventually become hours long, depending on how long this goes. I don't want to bore anyone. I know people have said that they find me interesting. You must not know me very well. They find my story interesting, and I'm so grateful for that. But not everyone will, and I don't know what to do. I'm rambling again. I've got to figure out how to stop doing that. This video could probably be half as long as it already is. Thank you so much, commenters, subscribers. You've done all the algorithm things to boost my channel and get it more out in the open. Thank you so very much to everyone that has donated to the GoFundMe. I'm not proud of it. I wish I didn't have to do it, but I still do for now. So if you're new and you would like to donate, you can donate. Thank you so very much. I'm so very grateful to you. If you can't donate or you don't want to, that's fine too. I'm not going to ask anybody to do it. That if you want to and you can. Otherwise, that's cool too. It's fine. Thank you so very much. And wherever you are in the world, have a good night, good day, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, all of the above. Oh, I'm still so tired. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.